Hi there, welcome back. So till now you have learned a lot about graphic design, and in other words you can say asset designs. Yeah, so now you know that how to create or set up the document for your graphic designs. You are going to print on any commercial printer or any digital press printer or any inkjet printer or desktop printer. And you also know how to set up the proper bleed area for your document sheet, and then how to create a proper safe zone area and just place your most important information into that safe zone area. You have also learned about it that how to make a proper color choices. Then you have also learned about it that choosing the proper color mode while you printing your graphic design. And you have also learned about how to create your own custom guide in Adobe Illustrator. And then you have also learned about it that how to create a proper grid area and properly align your content using those grid. And after that you learn about it the corporate business design. I mean, you learn that how to create this printable horizontal business card design, how to create printable vertical business card design. After that you learn about it that how to create printable letterhead for your businesses or for your client, and creating the printable invoices for your businesses or for your clients obviously. And then you learn about it that how to create awesome printable envelope based on US Postal Service, both standard 10 size envelope and the biggest size of envelope. So now in this movie I'm going to show you that how to create your own CD cover for your businesses or for your client or for anyone. And that is the only reason why I choose my upcoming course logo to use in my this particular chapter. And that is the only reason because my course is going to be video based, so it also can be recordable into CD, and then you can set that compact disc to anybody. Yeah, that's the reason why I actually chose it. So now in this movie let's go ahead and first see how to design CD cover, and then in the next movie we will see that how to design our CD label and then place that cover into CD. So now before creating our CD cover, let's go ahead and let's understand something about our CDs and CDs cover, right? So here you can see actually this is my presentation here, and this is actually a CD cover, and this is the very normal CD cover. And here you can see this is actually the width and height of the CD cover is 4.724 inch and 4.724 inch obviously both side, and you can see this CD cover front and back. So this is actually a normal CD cover here, and here you can see this is actually, if you include bleed dimension here, it is going to increase that another 1/8 inch, and it will actually become 4.974 inch to 4.974 inch, right? So let me show you how it's actually looks. So here you can see this is actually a normal CD cover, and this is that CD cover you actually saw in the previous presentation. Yeah, this one. So this is actually 4.724 inch wide and 4.724 inch taller. Okay, so we're actually going to create this one, and the next one we actually have this one. You can see this is actually folding lines here. This is actually a CD case which actually you can fold from only one side. It's gonna be open from only one side, and this is actually from both sides. You can just go ahead and get it out, but this is gonna be only one side, and it's going to actually fold here. So that's why you can see here the height is 4.646 inch, and you can see the width is 5.46 inch. So this is actually the dimension from here. So very easily just grab this cover and replace it here, and rather this one is gonna be like your own actual CD case. So yeah, that's it. So let me show you the demo here. You can see this actually I'm talking about this cover. You can see this is actually going to open from one side. So here inside this one, this is actually your CD label, and you can actually place your CD cover here. This is the same size, 4.724 inch. Okay, great. So if I go to here, you can see this is actually 1 2 3 CD label here, and there's actually a big difference in all these three CDs here. You can see the first one is the standard image area. It simply means that there's actually this is outer edge and this is inner edge. So inner edge actually is 45 mm thick, 45 millimeter thick here. So your image is actually going to apply from here to here. So it's going to start from here to here. So this is the standard image area. Now next we have this extended image area, and the inner edge is 38 mm. So this is actually 38 mm, and here your image is actually going to start from here and end it to here. So this actually all this CD label actual size is 116 millimeter. Now the next one is actually we have the maximum image area. So this is the maximum area your image is going to cover. So now this is actually, you can see 24 mm inner edge, the width and height of this particular inner edge. So this is going to be 24 mm, and now your image is actually have the more space to place it here. So yeah, yeah, this is really great. And before just creating your CD label, you need to understand that you are actually going to design for which CD type. So you can actually just design for the standard image area. So you need to make sure that your main part of your image is not going to come here. So it will actually, if that's come here, it will going to crop. So that's really issue here. You need to be very careful about it. Great. So now let me actually show you that website where actually I got from. So let me just get back to here, and you can see this is actually the website I got it from. So actually you can see here this is actually business applications and print here. So yeah, I can see here this is standard image area. This is actually 45 mm, the inner reach, and the outer is 116 mm. Obviously the outer is actually all the disk here, but only the difference between this inner edge here, right? So you can just go ahead, and if you want you can just go ahead and check it out. You can just go to this particular website here. It's really easy. Great. And you can see here is the tips for creating your own label artwork. So you can just go ahead and see, we strongly recommend that you use type no smaller than 6 point. I told you that this actually recommend that 6 point, I mean 6 pixel, but I told you that don't go below 8 pixel, because 8 pixel is really great. And in this case it's showing that don't go below 6 pixel. That is also great, because actually this is city level here, right? So go ahead, take a look at this one. I think this is really great, right? Great. So now actually here actually I have this Google to inches conversion. So obviously this is going to be great because we are actually working with inches. So we can simply just go ahead and type here and then it will going to convert into inch, and we can actually use the inches. Great. Cool. So now let me get back to here, and now let's start creating our cover. So now I go to file here and go to open here, and I'm going to grab this CD label template. I have just created it, and I'm not going to create it in this particular movie. I'm going to create it in the next movie where we actually going to design our this CD label here. Now in this movie, let's go ahead and design our cover, and this is cover. I'm going to paste it in my CD label. Okay, great. So yeah, so this is actually CD label, and I'm going to show you that how to create it in the next movie. Now in this movie, let's go ahead and focus on this particular CD cover here. And actually I place it here, the only reason because of we actually have the visual indication that where actually I need to place my stuff here, right? So you can see here this artboard. This artboard is exactly 4.724 inch wider and taller. So this is actually the recommended size for CD cover here. So obviously I just get back to file here, new, and I'm going to create, you can see this is 4.72 inch and 4.72 inch wider and taller. So this is what exactly I want here, but I need here bleed here because obviously we need to print it here. So this is actually bleed here. Let's go ahead and give it a name of CD cover here, or you can simply just go ahead and give it a name of CD label cover. It's really up to you. And let me just go ahead and create two of this one, because actually I'm going to focus on one is a lighter cover and one is a darker cover. I'm going to create a very simple here, and you just need to understand that what is the size or the proper dimension, which color you should use, and all those stuff, because those really are important. And then if you want to put some extra awesome stuff, you can just go ahead and place it. It's really up to you. Okay, great. And obviously I'm going to print it here, so you need to make sure that color mode is now, you can see this is actually RGB. I don't want RGB here, I need this CMYK, so I can just go to advanced here and choose CMYK, because this is going to be print, and hit OK. 1 2, great. So now what I'm going to do here, basically let me get back to here, and I'm going to grab this one. This is actually exactly 116 mm wider and taller. So I just go ahead, grab it from here, and I'm going to just bring it here. And the size of this particular artboard is actually, if you convert it into millimeter, it's going to be 120 millimeter. So let me just show you. So what is going to happen is actually if I say here 120 millimeter here, it's actually going to show you that's 4.724 inches, right? So great. And now you know that this actually, this cover size is 120 millimeter, and then this actual level size is 116 millimeter. Great. So let me just place it to center here. So I just go ahead, hit this one. So there we go, it's placed in center here. Let me just control C and come back to here, control shift V to place in the place here, and that's it. So now what I can do basically, I can get back to here, layers, and now I'm going to just go ahead and lock this particular stuff, so I cannot move it. There we go. So now actually locked, now I cannot move it. Great. And so now what I want here, I want my logo here, so I go to file here, go to open here, and go to here logo, and let's grab it from here, and this is the logo. Well, here you can see actually this is actually uncoated color here. Let me just get back to here, and you can see this is actually if I just go ahead, let me just click this guy, first one, and you can see it's actually just selecting this box, and this is actually, you can see this color is uncoated. You see Pantone P28 U is, I mean, uncoated, but this is not gonna be in a standard paper here. This is gonna be coated paper. I mean, they'll actually have the coated, so that color need to be sprayed here. Well, if you want, you can just print it on standard paper, but it's actually not the graphic you can print on your standard paper, because actually we are actually going to just place into CD labels, so you need to be some kind of coated paper. So I'm going to make use of this coated color. So what I can do basically, I can just get back to here, and I'm going to select this one first of all, and I'm going to make this coated here. So this is actually coated color, and now this one is also coated color, so I can just go ahead and select this too. There we go. And now if I just go ahead and hit this one, now it's actually coated color. You see, you select this one, and you see it's actually Pantone P28C. It's a coated color. I can use this logo to my CD labels. Great. I can just go ahead and grab it from here, and I'm going to bring it here. There we go. Let me just go ahead and close this out. I don't need this one anymore for now. And what I'm going to basically here, I'm just going to make this small here. I can just go ahead, bring it here, and you know what, you need to decide that you want your image to be standard or extended or a maximum. So if you just designing your particular label for a CD which is actually going to extend maximum, then you actually have this much room to work with. If you're designing for standard, then you actually only have this much room to extend it. So it's really up to you. Great. So now let me just go to here, and let me just bring it some around here. But before doing that, let me just bring my this rectangle tool, and because of you have the ability to change its background color anything you wish, so I'm just going to just bring it here, and I'm going to just go here, and I'm going to just first of all lock it, or simply if you want to change it this color to be you can just go ahead and easily do that. It's really up to you. So if you change something like anything you wish, you can just do that. It's really up to you. But here actually I'm not going to do that for now, so I just go ahead with this one, and I'm going to lock it, because this is really important, right? What happens if you want to do that, right? It's up to you. So there we go. So because actually I locked it, let me just go down here, and this is actually a CD here, and you can see here this is actually let me just bring even more down here, so you can see our actual this particular label. So there we go. So fine, now it's actually here. Now let me just go to here and just grab this one, and right here the JS interview here.com, and it's fine for me. Let me just go to here and make this Arial here. I think I need this one sample, let me just make this bold here. See how it looks. So you can see here this is actually pretty dark here. I don't want that much dark black, so I can change it, but I think I need here black, and the only reason because black is going to stand out, right? Great here. Cool. So you can see the JS interview.com here. That's great. And let's go to here and create this that an interview based JavaScript course here. So yeah, this is actually I wanted here, so I can just go ahead and use Sage script for this one. Sage script here. There you go. I'm going to just use this one, and yeah, that's look fine for me. I can just go to down here. I can bring it here, so it's not going to clash with this stuff here. That's great. Cool. If I want to make it bold here, I can just do that. And don't forget that don't go beyond the 6 pixels. You know that, right? Great. So let me just go ahead and decrease it to something like a 10 here, and that's gonna be fine for me, I guess. Well, why not? Let's go ahead and place here our signature. So that's really gonna be look awesome here. So I'm just going to grab this one, bring it here, and I'm going to just make it small here to fit it here, right? And there we go. I'm going to just place it here. Cool. So yeah, you can see here I just place it here. Great. If you want it to something like a different color, you can just go to here and you can choose obviously this one, right? Because this is now coded color here, and into base JavaScript, of course, because that's great. Cool. So now obviously I'm going to write here premium edition here. So let's go ahead and write it. And now what I'm going to do here, I just Control A, select it, and I'm going to make this Arial here. Arial is going to be this one. And if you want, you can actually make it bold. It's really up to you. See which actually going to fit your need here. I'm going to just place it somewhere around here, so let me just increase down to be here. So because of it's going to be fit here, actually I just want to be fit here, so there we go. Let me just make this bold here. See how it's look, so bold. And I think that's look fine, but it's actually too bold here. Let me just go to here and just click this one and see how it looks. So I can simply just go to here, and there we go. Premium edition, that's fine. Well, if you have a greater idea, I can just do that. I'm just going to make it very simple here. Okay, so I go to file here and I need my that QR code here. So let me just open here, and I need this QR code here, so I can just go to here. Let me go to this business card here, and I need that QR code, so I just go ahead, and what I'm going to basically, I'm going to need this one, so I'm going to grab it from there and I'm going to bring it here. There we go. I need this QR code, so if you have a cell phone, you can easily scan it and directly come to this jsinterview.com. Yeah, great. So let's make this a little small here. There we go. Cool. And yeah, there we go. So I think that's it. This is actually, I know this is very simple here, but I'm just I just wanted to place my important information here, right? So this is just place here, this is just a fine here. Great. So we actually don't need to create this safe zone area, because you can see here actually we already have this 4 mm, that means 4 millimeter here, you can see here. So yeah, that's great. So here we go. So this is fine, I guess. Yeah, great. So if you want to design that darker version, you can just go ahead and do that here. Let me just go ahead and actually design the darker one here. So obviously I just go ahead and grab this one here, and I can just go ahead and click here, and obviously I need this color to be this color, obviously, right? And this is actually a darker version of particular actually what we are actually doing here. And here what I'm going to do basically here, you can see here this is actually going to be let me just go ahead and obviously I need to just bring it even more down here. So there we go, and you can see here we can actually see this particular label here, and that's what exactly I wanted here. So yeah, that is really important. So cool. So now we have this one. Now let's go ahead, and I'm going to grab this particular logo from here to here. But here's one problem. You know that, right? If you actually watched my previous movies here, if I just bring it here, you can see this is actually going to look okay, fine, nice here, but this is not going to look really nice here. So I need to do some changes here. So what I can do basically here, obviously you know that you can simply just go ahead and grab this obviously ellipse tool. In this case, yeah, ellipse tool will be great. So yeah, ellipse tool will be awesome. So I can just go ahead and yeah, or actually I'm going to just make this white here. And here in this white here, let me just bring it down. There we go. And I'm going to grab this by holding my Alt key. So you're going to create a copy for me. You can see here's a copy here, and now I'm going to just place it here. Now I can see it's actually going below this one, and that's the only reason, because this particular this thing is actually above of this logo. So I need to bring my logo, this one. Let me just bring it up here. So I'm just go ahead and select this particular logo here, and I'm going to bring it up. There we go. And there we go. Now it's actually here. Now what I can do basically, I can just go ahead, hold on my Alt and Shift key, and can just go ahead and let me just make it smaller here. Let's going to place it around center, somewhere around here. There we go. You can see it very clearly. Cool. Nice. Let me just go ahead and select this one, and let me just Control G to group it. So now if I just move one, it's going to move another one at the same place. Great. So now I can just go ahead, and I'm going to just bring it to some around here. And if you want to place it in the exact center, you can see my smart guide is showing me that is actually this is the center here, and I'm going to leave it. Great. And if you still have any problem, then you can just go ahead and you can grab this particular line tool, and you can create a simple line here from here. So you can just place in the center here, click this one and hold on your Alt and Shift key, and you can create simple line here. You can see from blade to blade here, and leave it off, and just give it a stroke off. You can see now this is black. You can just make it as white here, and now I can see here. Okay, there's the center. Cool. Let me just get rid of this one because I don't need that one anymore. And now what I'm going to basically here, I'm going to bring it up here a little bit, and I'm going to place here the jsinterview.com, obviously Control C, and here I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to just place it some around here. Let me just bring it down here, and let me just bring this also down here. There we go. and I'm going to make this obviously white, so I can just go ahead, give it to white here. That's cool, isn't it? Yeah, cool. So obviously I need to just grab this one from here to some around here, and I'm going to make it white. And obviously I need this premium edition too, so I'm going to grab it from here to place it just center here. So let me just bring it this way we go. So I'm going to just align it very clearly. There we go. So now you can see here I cannot see this. Let me just go ahead, and because of this premium edition color and this color is same, so let me just make it as white, and you can see it very clearly here. Great. So yeah, that's fine. Well, you have a lot of choices here. You can just go ahead and you can create even darker color here. It's going to really look awesome here. So you can just go ahead, create this color, and you can see it's really looking nice here. It's really up to you, but I'm not going to focus on that one anymore because I'm just going to create something very interesting here. So obviously I'm just go ahead and I'm going to grab this one and hold on my Alt key and Shift key, so it will going to bring it here. There we go, in the very center, the same place. And I'm going to just place it somewhere around here. There we go, leave it off. And yeah, actually I can just go ahead and make this white here. Perfect, you can see it very clearly here, and I can see I cannot change this one. Let me just go ahead and do this, right? So there we go, and this is actually stroke here, so let me just go ahead and give it a white color. So this is actually stroke, so I can just go ahead, let me just go down here, and you can see it clearly here. That's fine. Well, if you want to make some changes here, obviously you can just go ahead and choose something a darker version of this one. So that's gonna be great here. You can see if you want, you can just go ahead change this one, but I'm not going to do this one, right? So I can just go ahead, control C to get back here, and there we go. Let me make this a little bit darker here, and this one darker, this one too. There we go. So just go ahead and make this look awesome in your way. Great. So you can see here actually we have just designed our city label for this this completely light, I mean white, and this is the for darker version. So don't forget to ask your customer or your client that in what kind of CD they want their label to goes, right? This is really important. And now you know that you can actually give it to be print. So let me just show you. You can just get back to here, and now let me just go ahead, and you can see here this is actually our groups here. So I can just go ahead and just hide it. You can see here this is actually our CD label cover here, and now this is actually ready to be print, and then you can easily get it and just stick into a label, so it's going to look really nice. So yeah, that is it. That's look really nice, isn't it? Cool. So now let me just once again get back to here and bring those label back here. There we go, perfect. So in the next movie we're actually going to design our this particular CD label, and we'll actually use some kind of a drop shadow to just look like a CD and see how it's gonna look awesome. So thank you so much, and if you have doubt, let me know in the forum, and even you can personally message me. See you in the next movie.